Hey everyone, Merry Meet. If you watched the previous video, uh, then welcome back. If you went straight to this video, welcome for the first time. This is Anastasia Autumnfire, day 23 of 30 days of Samhain crafting. Tonight, as I stated in the previous video, I am making a transformation oil, but it kind of goes a bit further than that. I'm actually calling this kind of a gris jar for transformation. Basically, what you see before you are 9 herbs or woods or flowers. Okay, we've got a lot of things going on. We've got flowers, we've got herbs, we've got resins, we've got some wood. But we've got 9 of them all laid out here. 3 stones, and then oh, excuse me. And then I'm going to be putting this in a walnut oil with some 3, I believe, other items. So, yes, sorry, I'm just taking stock of everything. Gris bag, as you know, is supposed to have 13 items, and I don't have 13. I am over on 13. I've got like 15. But the idea is to have something herb, or something from plant, something from mineral, something from animal. Those items are... I do have something from animal, I do have some mineral, I do have a lot of plant. And it's all going in this skull jar, which I got at Michael's, and I dressed it a bit. I put the triple spiral, which is a key symbol for me at least, in Celtic tradition for transformation. And then on the back, I wrote my spell. And I did it, of course, in my beloved, which is alphabet, because I do actually want to keep this this for myself. This is a very personal writing, and I wanted it to be part of the spell, but I don't want I don't want anyone to really know, aside from me, what these words are. Then I have a pentagram on top, on bottom, as above, so below, just a little added protection, and that's it. As I said, I got this jar at Michael's. I got a smaller one too, but I'm using the bigger one for this oil. Skull, very much a symbol of transformation, of death, which is what this is all about. So yeah, let us begin. I've got my 9 plant correspondences here. The first 3 I have here correspond with courage. And any transformation, I think courage is a necessity. Change is not easy, change is difficult, so you need to approach it. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I should have grabbed a water before starting this. You need to approach it head on. And you need to let go of the fear that might be holding you back, otherwise no real transformation can take place. So here we have roses, courage, protection, healing, and love. Muline for courage, protection, healing, and love. And then we also have some time. And again, courage, protection, healing, and love. They may have other associations, or they do have other associations as well. But those were the ones that I was going to be pulling on. I want aid with courage because I always need it. Protection, I try to include as much protection as I can in any working. Healing, I think, is very important with transformation because a lot of times to truly transform, to truly change, you need to heal previous scars, previous wounds, previous issues that you have. Only then can real change come about. Then we have my middle section here, which is correspondence with transformation of some sort. With birch, we have protection, also renewal and rebirth, and it also helps connect to the goddess. And I don't know why, I just liked that additional connection to her. Yeah, it's just a real feminine energy, and yet it was very strong, and I liked that too. Then we have rosemary for transformation, protection, strength, confidence, energy, invocation, and release. So a lot of heavy hitters in that one. Confidence, I think, is huge for me, at least for my kind of transformation. I need to take on a lot of my issues regarding my transformation is, oh gosh, what if someone thinks I'm silly? What if someone thinks I'm stupid? And I need the confidence to just be, and I wish I could put it in better terms, but that's really the best way I can put it. I'm looking to just be me, and that be all that concerns me. Then we have some myrrh, good for transformation, healing, and spirituality. Pretty straightforward. Next we have calendula. Oh my goodness, I have heard it a couple of different ways, and it always throws me as to which way is correct. But it is good for protection, psychic and spiritual powers, strength, and it also is said to aid with having dreams come true, which, since this is a dedication for the upcoming year, kind of a New Year's resolution, if you will, I prefer to look at it as a dedication for the year, just because it is something you need to work at. It's not something where, gee, I wish I could get healthy, and then you never think about it again. It is something I am dedicating myself to. I am working towards. I am working on. But a little help with that whole wishes coming true would be nice. Then here we have some carnation for protection, strength, healing. It also aids with achieving balance and enhanced creativity. And it also enhances magical powers. I'm not sure why, but that whole idea of enhancing magical powers kind of makes me giggle. But I believe in that. I like that. I would be lying if I said that wasn't something I was looking at with adding it. Then we have a mixture of cedar and sage for strength, protection, confidence, cleansing, healing, calm, and to aid in calmness or calming, and also granting wishes again. Here I'm going to talk a little bit about the cleansing as well as the healing vibes. Cleansing I also find very, very helpful with any sort of protection, but also with transformation, because again, you're healing things up, you're getting rid of stuff. You need that negativity or that inertia just to be washed out of your system. So I have those. Then I have a carnelian, which I will add for, it's very protective, but it also helps give energy. It's that fiery warrior-like energy that I love so much, and I really think will be helpful in this. Then we have smoky quartz, which is a great grounding rock or stone, but it also helps so much with transformation. It's a little bit more of a gentle energy, as opposed to like an onyx or an obsidian, because it does have a translucent attribute, or not attribute. Words really are difficult for me today. Because it has that translucence, it kind of lightens the energy, but it really helps with taking that negative energy grounding it, banishing it, and putting back out just the positivity. So I liked that. And then I also have petrified wood. Petrified wood is a great grounding stone. It's a good stone for strength, which again is a good thing. And it also is a stone for transformation. Some refer to it as a stone of transformation. So I thought that was great as well. Oh, and I forgot this last group of flowers and herbs and wood aids with strength. All of them dealt with strength. So that was that. So this is the bulk of my spell. This is kind of where things are going to be focused, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is put all the herbs with their associations into my little working bowl. I love this pan for plotting things out, but it gets so difficult to pull things off of it and put it where it belongs. Okay. So there's my bowl, and I'm just kind of crinkling things up, letting the ingredients for courage kind of interact and mingle with each other. I've already cleansed these herbs and charged them. Ask the blessing from the Lord, the Lady Spirits of the Elements, and good folk. So they're together, that's good. I'm going to just set my stone off to the side. Next, I'm going to take all the items for transformation, get those in there. Now, the sticks you can kind of break apart if you want to more so. I've got a pretty big opening on the jar, and the jar itself is pretty large, so I don't feel a need to break them up any more than they are. Let my ingredients for transformation work with my ingredients for courage. And then take my last group of ingredients and add those to the bowl. With the calendula or calendula, also you'll see I do have little stems and buds in there. Again, just kind of like the birch, I didn't really feel a need to take it apart. As I'm mixing them together, I'm thinking about all those things I said in my previous video. Why I'm doing this, what changes I want to see, how I need to change, how I want to change, what things I want to nurture and encourage within me. Where I want to be when next Samhain comes around. Okay. So we have that. It smells very nice. Now I'm going to take my skull and add them to it. And this gets kind of messy. I'm okay with it. I like magic to be messy. I don't know why. It just makes me feel a bit. I think I it's just kind of where I feel at home. I'm definitely that witch that has books all over the place, notebooks all over the place, but in my chaos there is organization. Um, that also might be something for me to look into with my transformation in the upcoming year. Yeah, let's see if I can get more of this stuff where it needs to be. Oh my goodness, as I almost knock everything out. Oh lordy. Sorry guys. Here we go. Okay, I feel pretty good with that. So now that I've got the 9 major components in there, I'm going to add I'm going to add my stones. So my petrified wood as a stone of transformation and strength and grounding. My smoky quartz as a stone of transformation, grounding, and again, just focusing on that sending out of positivity and banishing of negativity. And then my carnelian for confidence, for strength, courage, and that fiery warrior energy. Next, I am going to add this aspen leaf. This has an ogam for aspen or poplar, which is a transformation ogam. And I purposefully chose a golden leaf for energy, happiness, and success, prosperity, all that fun stuff, abundance. Then I have my walnut shell. I found it outside. I did pretty much immerse the shell in my Phoenix transformation oil. It's an oil that I made with Crone Energy a couple of Dark of the Moons ago, to focus on, again, using that fiery warrior energy to bring about change, to show courage in the face of adversity, to take things that scare you but know that you have to face it anyway, and you're able to call upon your inner strength to do so. So I immerse that in that oil, so that oil is also in there to help. But the walnut really is great. It aids in transformation. It also adds its protection. It holds the power of rebirth and also gives that freedom of spirit. So it's a protective item without it being something to hold you down or hold you back. It gives you that freedom, that airy quality to it. Last and not least, we have a snakeskin. Or a shedded snakeskin, I should say. My friends have a snake, lovely little thing, and they gifted me with his shed. So, snakes, obviously, huge animal with transformation, and protection as well. Also a great animal for wisdom, which I think is a huge help when it comes to wanting to transform and kind of find better ways of dealing with things, finding things that no longer, what does and what does not serve you any longer. All of those questions, I think, are in need of kind of that wisdom, that guiding hand. They also are very quick to strike, which is good because when you do find those things that no longer serve you, there's no point in hanging on to them and hoping things will turn around. It's, nope, you're no good for me, out. And I need that decisiveness as well, which anyone who knows me knows that to be true. Me and my decisiveness, such a thing. So yeah, I was super excited when they gifted me with that. That's kind of what made me go, yep, that's definitely what I'm doing with it. So that is now in there. So all of those items are in there. I'm going to give it a little shake. Just get them a little mixed up there. Then we have walnut oil. Love it, love it, love it. Again, I just, walnut oil, well, walnut period, is a great association with Samhain as it is, but great for transformation, great for protection, all good things to have in here. And then I'm just going to add that to the jar. And because I cannot see inside the jar, I'm looking at the mouth just to make sure I don't go overboard with it. But it's a pretty big jar, so I wouldn't be surprised if I used all of it without any issue. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. So I used a whole jar of walnut oil, but it's worth it. Actually smells really nice, and I can kind of see it all together. Looks very cool. So now we have that. I am just going to wash my hands one more time with some rubbing alcohol. When my friends gifted me with the shed skin, they warned me about salmonella and all that other kind of bacterial stuff, so I just want to make sure I am cleaned before I touch anything else. Alright, so we have all of that, and now, of course, with as prepared as I was, I cannot find the cork that goes on top of my jar. Well, that is not good. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. So I've got the spell in there. I've got the ingredients in there. I've got the oil made. The words are on the jar. My symbol for transformation is on the jar. I am good to go at this point with this. The video before this, I spoke very openly and to the point as best as I could, because I do tend to yammer, about my intent over all the items that were put into this jar. So the intent is no longer a question. It is in there. It is good to go. In case there ever was any question, it's now written on the jar, which is part of the oil. So I feel good with corking it off. What I'm going to do now is, but now I can't find my sealing wax. Oh my goodness gracious. Now what I'm going to do, and I won't make you guys sit and watch that part, I'm going to use sealing wax on the, let's see if I can raise that up a little. I'm going to put sealing wax on here to seal off the spell, and then I will keep it. If I start to feel stagnation, my energy draining, things like that when it comes to this dedication of mine, I can always take off the wax, open the cork, smell, see if it needs to be changed, see if it has gone rancid or anything like that. And if so, dispose of it and create something new. it's kind of like a witch's bottle, kind of for a lot of people use them for protection. It's very much like that, but I like this energy as it is something that I can draw on as well as put into. If I'm in need of help, I can come to this jar and gain energy from it just by meditating with it, or going to it in petition of sorts. Um, the skull connects not only to my matron, Hel, but also to my patron, Cernunnos, especially in his dark aspect. Both are associated with the color black, so it works there. I do have the lettering done in gold as opposed to silver, but gold was used for abundance and success. I do want this transformation to take place. I do want it to be a prosperous change for me. And I also liked the symbolism of the gold as far as energy. I do want it to be an energized spell. I don't want it to be, although I want it to have calming effects at times, I want it to be an active, not a passive, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to seal this off. I'll probably put my triple spiral in the wax on top, as well as my stone chips. For Samhain, I will be using carnelian, amethyst, clear quartz on this one. I'm not going to use 4 for the elements. I just want the 3. Clear quartz for amping up the power. Carnelian, again, I want that great fire energy. And amethyst, I do still want that calming to be there. I want that connection to spirit. I want that connection to my deeper and inner self. I want, as much as this is something where I'm trying to bring things to the surface in me, I still need to continue to making changes within as well. It's just about continuing to make those changes within, but bringing them out. I'm also going to add a lodestone to the top of this. Lodestone is very good for pulling in energy and placing it within a spell or a place. I know a lot of people, when they create their altars, they will make sure they have a lodestone somewhere pulling in that energy to keep that altar nice and charged. So I'm definitely going to place that on this, just as I did with my starfish for my dedication. I want this to always be active. I want this to be a place I can go and have it be charged, have it be energized, have it be ready to go. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's everything I wanted to kind of cover. I really hope you guys enjoyed this craft. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Feel free to comment. I'm usually pretty good about checking things out. I know this last weekend kind of got away from me. Or this last week kind of got away from me. But, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed tonight's. I will see you guys tomorrow, Saturday. And, I believe tomorrow is going to start kicking off my crafting that is going to be dedicated to ancestral work. I know I've done some ancestral stuff, but my plan is, since it is a week until Samhain starting tomorrow, every day I'm going to be doing a craft to dedicate to a specific ancestor or loved one who has passed. Not necessarily within the last year, but someone who has passed, or a group who has passed. I know I'm going to do a craft in dedication to those witches who have gone before us in the burning times, in the witch trials, all that stuff. I do feel called to do a craft for them specifically. Basically, what I'm going to do in this next week is craft offerings or remembrances for them, and then in my Samhain fire, I will burn them as an offering to them. So basically, create a prayer or an honoring of sorts, and then release it into the universe as an offering to them and a remembrance to them. So yeah, so that is what you will be seeing on my station in the next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great night. Heart you all. Blessed be. Bye, guys.